Yo, what up? It's your boy Nistro, and today's video is going to be a real spicy one, a real nice spicy sausage, and it's from a stream clip of my boy Cookie Crips. You've seen him before. He's in the Embracing Sonic as a Brand video, and he's been in a few videos of mine in the past, and so this particular clip was from one of his streams. I actually happened to be recording myself because it was Smash Bros content. It's just casual lobby, friends talking shit to each other type content. This particular guy that I'm talking to for most of the video, I don't really know him like personally or like at all. I've never met him, but he was one of Cookie Crip's friends, and he ended up having a pretty interesting opinions about Sonic Unleashed. So we actually did get into a little bit of a back and forth about how music is used in Sonic games, and I think you should stick around and listen to the whole thing because this was some pretty interesting stuff. I did get a little in the moment and a little heated. I know I'm a pretty calm guy, but this, when someone starts talking the shit, you got to get dirty with the people spreading the dirt. And one last thing that I should plug, Cookie Crips, he streams Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays on Twitch. Link is going to be in the description. He's also going to start uploading YouTube content as well. It's not going to be that quick, but if you follow him on Twitch, you are going to be sort of in the know about that type of stuff. He has a Discord, so I will link all that stuff in the description box below. So if you do like what you see, go over to Cookie Crips, show him some support. All right, let's get into the video.
Follow. Earn the follow.
Okay. Bet. And I'll do it right now. I'll fuck you up.
Turn on the stream. Everyone will see the difference between you and me. Now I'm starting to go like fucking Sonic Forces lyrics.
Hey man, look, Sonic Forces wasn't that bad. All right, if we're talking Avatar
okay,
songs,
first of all, that's cap. Sonic.
Whoa, okay. Dude, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know who you're talking to. First off.
Okay, let me tell you the best Sonic game in terms of music, graphics, story, and overall.
Okay. Yeah. Give it to me.
I'm talking 3D. I'm talking 3D.
Okay. Yeah. I mess with 3D.
Sonic Unleashed.
I'm leaving right now. Leaving right now. Actually, you know what? Unleashed is pretty good. But Unleashed has something in his closet that sort of you're gonna have to deal with all of that before Unleashed is deemed the best 3D game, right? If you think anything is better, if you think any 3D game is better than Adventure 1 or 2, I think you are tripping balls.
I'm talking about whoa. I'm talking about in terms of music.
Music too. You know the music diversity in Sonic Adventure 2? Are you crazy? I will make you cry tears of joy showing you the Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack. Do not make me whip out the soundtrack.
Sonic Unleashed is literally...
Sonic Unleashed has mostly... It is good. It is good music, right? I'm not gonna cap on that, right? It is good music. But it is not... Like, it's all based on where you are. Like, the music isn't very creative. It's more like, oh, this is like...
What?
Yeah! I'm be completely honest with you. It seems very like, okay, this is this place, and then this music represents this culture. This music represents this culture. You got jazz in New York. You got fucking Chinese Sonic music into China. You got the African Sonic music. The heavy drums in the Africa place. It's like it sounds different, right? And kudos to the composers for making sounds that actually emulate the areas that they're in. But in terms of the quality of the music and the diversity of the soundtrack is only due to the fact that you go to all these different countries. It's sort of like Street Fighter, how Street Fighter has a character from every country. That's sort of what the Unleashed soundtrack is like. If like a lot of the individual songs by themselves, whether daytime or nighttime version, are sort of just mid, right? There are a few bangers, but most of them are just mid. Once you get to like a certain point in the song.
Once you get to a certain part of the song.
Yeah.
Alright. First of all.
Okay, yeah. Give it to me.
Say, from a musical standpoint, Sonic Unleashed is one of the most creative games.
Creative, okay.
I know, creative. Especially because when you take...
I would say in concept it's creative. I wouldn't say musically it's creative.
Breaking apart and having to go to different places, of course you're going to need music from that place. That makes sense.
You don't have to,
though.
The
way that they don't just say, oh, Africa has fucking, quads. They have a what's the I have one in my room. What the hell am I trying to say? The not the conga drums. The whatever. Like, you don't just say, oh, China, okay, we're gonna have woodwinds. You know, they do everything under the sun. The differentiation between night and day, when you go from moderate daylight, and I don't mean daylight as in time, I mean moderate daylight as in composure, and then you go from jazz at night.
Yeah.
The only reason why anyone would think, and rightfully so, hold on a second, I'm not playing yet. Sorry. The only
Keep
reason
going.
why anyone under the sun would think that the Sonic Unleashed soundtrack is mid is because every time you go into a fight, a freaking jazz band comes out of nowhere and goes da, 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 da,
You know what?
da.
I'm not even gonna hold that against you, because I don't even mind, because I love the Werehog's music. I'm not even gonna hold that against you, right? It's not that, you know, the stupid same song plays for every single fight like this is Devil May Cry or something, but it's like, it's just the music to me feels appropriate, but it doesn't feel like, you know, it doesn't feel out there. It doesn't feel like it puts me in the world, but it doesn't like make me appreciate the musical composition itself. It makes me think more like, oh, you know, this is this place, you know, like this is representative of this culture. You know, you got the violins in Spain, you know, like that sounds like something that would be there, you know, like it's made to immerse you in the world. But in terms of like, this is sort of, it's more like a realism thing, where like, sort of like, I like to think of a game like the Division, right? Where it's like a full in-game map of New York City, right? Where the map of New York City is there, and you know, it's pretty much like a really good rendition of New York City, but it's like it's all made to immerse me in the idea that this is supposed to be a real world that, you know, people are struggling in and the virus is affecting, right? That's sort of what I get from Sonic Unleashed. It's like the music is there to sort of add to the immersion. It's not in it doesn't really stand on its own 2 feet as its own soundtrack, I feel. For some of the songs. Some of the songs are made to immerse you in the world. Other songs, I feel like Apostos and you know, like some of the Dark Guy music, or you know, whatever, some of the boss fights, those are made to be more to stand out a little more, you know. But I feel like in itself, it's not bad, but it's just not like amazing, you know. If you sort of get what I'm saying, like I'm not trying to like hold the music against Sonic Unleashed. I'm just saying that it doesn't stand out in itself as a creative piece of art.
But doesn't the whole point of music to immerse you, and Sonic Unleashed is doing a good job? Wouldn't that make Sonic Unleashd's music like
that is true? Music is made to immerse you into a world, but it's different when you create a world from scratch versus when you're using places in real life, right? Like that's sort of my thing. Or that's my differentiation of it, right? Where you know, a lot of people compare it to Sonic Colors, where a lot of these places are made up places, right? Like fucking Planet Wisp, right? Like, how are you supposed to create a theme for that? Like, not only did you create the world, but then you created a theme that also felt like it was also appropriate for that world. I feel like that requires a lot more creativity than taking a style of music that's already established and then sort of...
Also, no Ace Epic, sorry, I'm only doing casuals.
Oh shit! You got.
Mean, you can...
I forgot we were on stream. we were like, I'm getting into this.
On stream.
Into this.
That's why, like it's such an interesting conversation, because when is the last time we talked about music? I mean, we know what we're talking about.
I somewhat know what I'm talking about. I'm be honest.
Ace, we're not doing league matches, but if you wanna stay, we can drop the arena code and everything.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind.
My friends are
I'm tired of playing Kirby. Let me plead my case. I let you plead your case.
Yeah. Go ahead. I sort of talk in circles, and so you know, you talk better than I do, so I'll let you talk.
In defense of Sonic Unleashed,
yeah,
they made a game that it is the dumbest concept. You know that show Lucifer on Netflix?
Yeah.
It's literally like, what if the devil was a cop? Like that is
yeah.
Stupid. But it's the production and it's the presentation that make it like they make it so that they take themselves
yeah,
seriously.
but before you continue, I said Dark Samus wasn't my main, and that's because actual Samus is my main. That's the only difference. Yeah. Okay, you can continue.
You just went up in here. Congratulations. It's all about presentation. If you don't take yourself seriously, then neither will your audience. And Sonic Unleashed starts off with fucking Sonic going onto a fucking spaceship, crashing down with flames and bombs, with rock music hitting in the background, wrecking shit, turning into Super Sonic against big arms, and like it is the dumb. And then he turns into a freaking like MCR fan like halfway through the beginning cutscene of the movie, by the way. And then you see the entire Earth like crash down, and like a pink dragon kind of. I'm playing a pink dragon. A pink dragon, purple dragon comes down, and is like, "Oh hey, I'm gonna fuck up your shit," you know? Like
yeah.
that.
And Eggman is winning. Like when has Eggman ever been winning in the start of a Sonic game?
You know, like if this is a case for why Sonic Unleashed is the best 3D game, I feel like that would be a different argument because
No. I'm talking purely music.
Okay.
I'm talking purely music.
So are you gonna get to the score?
Off, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna get to the score. So, first off, Endless Possibilities is amazing, but that's just natural Sonic stuff. Sonic's really good about doing like those epic rock, like see me, see you, we're gonna be where we have to be, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But you go. The first place that you go is based off Spain. It's called Spagonia.
Yeah.
It's called Spagonia, and a perfect job. It's mellow. I mean, you just got shot out of a spaceship, and it's mellow, and you're like, oh, I can see how that, fits in. And I was 10 years old when I played that game. I had no music classes. I wasn't a drum section leader yet. I didn't know anything, but I did know.
How old are you now, by the way? Just curious.
18.
Oh, 18. Okay.
That's right.
He's a baby.
Yeah,
Babby.
But the thing about Sonic Unleashed is I hate it because it is just fucking perturbed by goddamn
Werehog?
like every time the jazz music is one of my favorite genres. I hate playing it, but I love listening to it because it's so hard and it's so sophisticated. And then you go to places where like, hey, what if you were running through the rooftops of New York chasing demons? That's literally what it is during the night segments. Yeah, I don't like that it's a beat 'em up, and yeah, it kind of sucks. But I do hate that a mariachi band comes out of nowhere every time I'm trying to listen to the smooth ass track.
Yeah.
It sucks, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. Please give it a listen. Like, I was painting the garage yesterday, and I listened to the entire soundtrack, and I never even heard the whole thing because a goddamn like purple buffoon would come out of nowhere and say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you," and then the smooth track stopped, and I hated it. So I'm just saying, the day you can say like, oh, the day cycles are like, oh, the music's good because Sonic levels are usually good, like modern Sonic.
I think we've gotten off on the wrong foot because I think you're misrepresenting what I'm saying. But I do like what you're saying a lot. I love what you're saying actually. But I think you've
We're going to use this in our next Sonic video.
Sonic video?
Oh, you don't know. Max is one of the biggest Sonic YouTubers.
Sonic YouTuber. How can you be a Sonic YouTuber?
You'd be surprised. You would be surprised.
No.
You would be
I'm
surprised.
Not surprised. I mean, I am surprised.
Yes, you are, exactly.
Yeah, good, well said. Yes, I am very surprised.
You have to realize that when you see what I like to do sometimes, right, is that sometimes I like to listen to a game's OST before I even start the game. When it came to a lot of the Sonic games that came out around like 2006 to 2008, I never got a chance to actually play them until I was a full-blown adult. And the reason why is because, I grew up broke. I grew up with it, the GameCube and the Wii. So, like, I had, like, a few games for, like, the modern age, but, like, not that many other than Adventure 1 and Adventure 2. And so when it came to Unleashed and 06 and, like, Black Knight and Colors, like, those were games that I always wished that I could have played when I was younger. So I was always looking up cutscenes. I was always looking up gameplay. And that's sort of why Sonic gets a lot of views sometimes, because, sometimes people don't have access to all of his games and they look it up. So, yeah. So, when I was looking into Sonic Unleashed, right, the music was one of the first things that stood out to me. Like, it is very, very unique. And I think that it is also very well, as I said, immersive. It makes me feel like I'm there. And I feel like that is a testament to how good
Sega's sound team is. Like, I'm serious, if Sega quit game developing and became a music production studio, I would think of them no differently. They would be just as good. They would be just as good as they were before. Jet Set Radio, Space Channel 5. They have Persona. A lot of games. Yeah, Persona's Atlas. Atlas is a different story, but they do technically own it now, so I can't even hold that against them. But still, it's like they are really good at making a lot of games with good music. And so when it came to Sonic, that's why I sort of have to up the standard a little bit, right? Because Sonic does it all the time, as you said. You know, a lot of the older Crush 40 songs were a little cheesy, but they were still fun. They were enjoyable. They had a lot of energy, and that's what made them good, right? When it came to the more modern age songs, it's like Unleashed did its own thing, Secret Rings did its own thing, Black Knight did its own things. They all had their own styles. And when it came to Unleashed, I feel like I was never hindered by, like, I didn't even know that the problem with the Werehog until I actually played the game, where I already knew all the music. I already listened to the entire soundtrack, because oftentimes when I'm doing work, I would put on a Sonic soundtrack, like Sonic Heroes or Unleashed or Colors, and I would just let YouTube play all that shit.
Fuck you.
So for me, the thing about the Werehog isn't even the worst part about the game for me, right? The Werehog gameplay, that's a different story. Is what sets it apart. But the actual experience of playing the game is probably yes, it is the best and immersive Sonic experience that I've ever played, right? And I won't say otherwise, right? If you think that makes it the best 3D game, you know what? Then you're right.
No music.
In a way,
talk about music. Don't even. No, I don't want to.
In a way, like forget the music, right? If we even forgot the music, it would still be one of the best Sonic games. The hub worlds, the story, the characters. The characters look stupid, but they had they had character to them. You know, it was fun going around to all these places and doing all these different things. And the music only was like the music, I feel, is what made the community love it over time. Like, you go on Twitter, you talk about Sonic Unleashed, there is a whole Sonic Unleashed cult. There are Sonic Unleashed cults. I don't know if you know about them. Like, they love the game to fucking death, and it is so sad that that game was so ahead of its time. It's so ahead of its time. Like, they recently showed that the latest Xbox. The last stage, I forgot the last stage in Unleashed is.
I heard about it.
Like, that shit has no lag, like, finally, after 12 years, the game made in 2008, it doesn't lag on a console. That shit was fucking ahead of its time, so it was really passionate. And after Sonic 06, Sonic Team just said, yo, we need to fucking prove this shit. And the reason why it was so good is because originally it was supposed to be Sonic Adventure 3. That's what its concept started out as, and they were eventually like, you know what? Let's change it. Let's change this game to something more than just an adventure game. Let's make it something where Sonic explores the entire world, and that's why the Japanese name translated is Sonic World Adventure. It's really a really amazing adventure and really beautiful way to like explore the world using fictional characters like Sonic and like the Pixar looking fucking human characters that they had that honestly I don't know how to feel about them still, but it didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel out of place. They were weird, but it didn't. It's Sonic, right? Like Sonic can sort of mix with like anything.
It was good world building.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Like, usually I have to write scripts about shit like this because, as you can see, I ramble on about... like, I will change from topic to topic unless I, like, organize my thoughts. This is why I have to write scripts about this shit. But, yeah, it's like... Unleashed is really something else, and I think it's really one of the better Sonic games. And I think it's really sad that the Werehog is going to forever be the point of content. Like, no matter how... nice the daytime stages, the music, the story is, the opening cutscene, which Sonic Team failed at cutscenes ever since past that point. Like, how Forces doesn't even have a rendered cutscene? Not one. There isn't one rendered cutscene in Sonic Forces. Like, I want to commit seppuku. playing modern Sonic games because of how childish they are and how ridiculous they sound. And then, the modern voice actors and everything. It's like, oh man, like I am in the trenches of modern Sonic. All right, I understand it like whole and whole. I understand it too much, honestly. And if you love Unleashed, I will not hold that against you. I grew up with Adventure 1 and Adventure 2, and those will forever hold a dear place in my heart, simply because I feel like in a gameplay standpoint, they are the pinnacle of what modern Sonic was. But in terms of the experience, Unleashed is like unmatched, like completely.
So why are we arguing?
I don't know why we're arguing, honestly, because I was arguing
big.
because I felt like the music wasn't really, in my opinion, it wasn't really the whole story, right? The whole story is the whole game. It's not just the music. Like, the music itself, like, it's okay, but it's not like it's not what makes the game great, When it comes to, and also not what I feel is very creative. Like, as I was trying to mention earlier before I rambled on into another point, it wasn't what I felt made the game great, and it wasn't what I felt was creative about the game. Now, with Adventure 1 and 2, I feel like, as I said about Sonic Colors as well, it's like when you're making a world, it's a lot more unique how much you can add to a song that can actually tell you about the world and sort of like change how you feel about it, change how you're immersed in it. Like how many people know the Pumpkin Hill song? Like, what the fuck is Pumpkin Hill? Like, can you answer me that? Like, it's
Pumpkin Hill is goated.
Yeah, it's exactly, but you don't know what the fuck a Pumpkin Hill is. It's just a hill of a bunch of mountains with pumpkins, shaped like pumpkins, But it's the fact that, it was able to use that idea and then sort of like make it into, like, not only immerse you into the world, but, also have a song or have music to it that also really fit the atmosphere, I feel like that's why I love Sonic Adventure's soundtrack. That's why I love the Secret Rings soundtrack as well. But people hate Secret Rings because of the gameplay, and I can't hold that against them. It's motion controlled, right?
Yo, clip that. Clip that.
No, don't clip that.
I'm not even paying attention to the gameplay. I'm just looking at the gameplay and looking past it because I'm trying to explain why I love Sonic so much.
No. See, I can't talk about the gameplay because if I'm being honest, I've only played... What Sonic games have I played? I've played Sonic Unleashed. I played Sonic 06. I played Sonic Lost World. I played Sonic Colors. I played Sonic Generations. So trust me when I say that gameplay is not a standpoint that I believe I have the right to talk about. Right?
No, you know what? I actually have a whole other point about that. Sorry to interrupt you. I'm really passionate about this. I have another point about that because I feel like Sonic is just such a like artistic masterpiece, like in general. Like, despite people ragging on the games every once in a while, like, Sonic was never good, the IGN joke. But it's like, it inspires so many artists. Like, I can't tell you how many people I see doing music remixes and fan art and 3D models and everyone, holding the series to like such a high standard when it comes to like everything about the series. Every small detail. Sonic's arms aren't blue. His fucking stomach's the wrong color. His eyes are the wrong color. His fucking eyelids. Everything about like when have you seen people complain about Mario's eyelids? Like, come on. It's like everything about Sonic is just so artistic, and he has such a style to him.
About him as a brand.
It's
about
like
Sonic as a brand?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just did a video about him.
It's like, it is so unique and so, like, I don't know what about it, but Sega has struck gold with Sonic. And they are going to hold him by the balls and sell out all his merch until they run it to the fucking ground, which they're halfway there. But, he can... Oh, man. I could talk about this shit for days. Like, you guys are going to have to stop me at one point. But yeah, I mean, like... It's like, you don't have to play the games. Like, that's sort of the beautiful thing about it. Like, Like everything, not everything. A lot of things about Sonic are just so well done that it's just it can just be you can just be a fan, and that's okay. But don't but you know when if you're actually going to say like a game is better, I mean yes that's your opinion, but at the same time I'm also allowed to have mine.
I don't think I agree that you're very passionate about what you're saying, but I don't feel like I'm being listened to right now. I am in no way trying to talk about gameplay at all. I was just saying
so wait. So
about...
correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I heard you say, it was like you've played the I would say the standard of modern Sonic games, and you're like,
right.
No, yeah, I probably didn't listen to you actually. I forgot what your initial point was.
All I said was I played those games and you came at my throat.
Oh yeah. I said you don't actually have to play the games. You don't actually have to play the games because there's so many. It's such a artistic masterpiece that you don't have to play the games. That's what I was getting at. Thank you for reminding me.
Maxim has stabbed mothers in front of their children over Sonic.
Yes.
Bro, I'm just trying to talk about why I think the music isn't mid and Unleashed, bro.
Okay, yeah, I probably interrupted you at the wrong point there. I'm sorry.
It's
about
okay.
that. Yeah.
It's alright.
It's
alright. Actually, you guys get the next one because I don't want to play Ridley. I'm gonna play random. Whatchamacallit. So all I was saying is that I played like modern Sonic games, and I remember distinctly saying I really like Generations music and I really like Lost World music. I think Lost World music is actually pretty good. I mean, say what you want about Lost World.
No. I think Lost World's amazing. Yeah, I love it, honestly.
Yeah. I liked it a lot. I also liked the free DLC. That was cool. With like Dream or with Knights and
Knights, Legend of Zelda and the fucking Yoshi World, fucking Woolly World or Wally.
So that was cool for me. But I didn't really start. I've always liked, you know, I'm that kid. I hate to say it, but I like that. I'm that kid. I only taught myself piano because I wanted to play Song of Storms and all that jazz. So video game music
that's fine.
It's really cool to me because it took me a while to realize this. It's gonna sound stupid, but video game music. If you try to play video game music to your mother, sometimes, like if you play Persona to your mother, she's probably gonna say, "Oh, that sounds cool." But if you play something like Shantae, she's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" Because at the end of the day, the video game music is there for a reason, and it is to be a backdrop for the scenery and the environment that the character lives in that you're playing as, or, you know, the Pokemon that you're catching, or the fucking, I don't know, Sephiroth, you know, but whatever. So it's very important in my eyes for video game music to sound like it's supposed to be with the same colors, with the same scenery, characters that the music is played as in the background. So when I look at a game like Generations in my eyes has good music because they took what they believed was the best parts of Sonic history and said, we're gonna fucking revamp it, we're gonna like update it. They updated the whole fucking Metal Sonic fight. I love Metal Sonic's theme. It's so fucking cool. Stardust Speedway is awesome. I had to play it on piano and I can't because I'm bad. The point is, I understand why I liked Generations music. I understand why I like Lost World music because they were being really experimental. It was like Super Mario Galaxy with Sonic, and Sonic was already known for his landscaping with his speed, so that was really cool. And also, they weren't afraid to be like, okay, we're gonna be jazzy now. Okay, we know that we're going fast, but we're still gonna go slow for the snow sections because guess what? The snow slows you. Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do, you know? Now, for Sonic Unleashed, it's so weird because their gimmick, you could say, you know, Generations was bits and pieces of history. Lost World was, okay, you're in space now. And Unleashed is like, you're in France, you know, baguette. So it's really important if you're going to sell location, because that game was basically like location central, like, oh, you're in Japan. It's extremely important to reiterate the fact that you are in that place. You don't, the loading screen isn't, oh, hey, you went through a portal and now you're in France. It was you literally fucking Tails has to drive you there like a mom at soccer practice, alright? So, you go through the Gaia gates, the world is literally in shambles, and guess what? You're a fucking werehog running on all fours on the rooftops of what you assume to be New York City, and there's a harmonica playing in the background softly, saxophones are slowly coming in, and then a big-ass horn just makes its presence known. I kind of half hate the fact that they took themselves so seriously, because if the monsters came out and they had little fedoras and top hats, the soundtrack literally has snapping. It's like fucking gangsters are coming out of nowhere. It is brilliant, and I'm not gonna go music nerd on anyone because I don't even want that. But you remember Aladdin?
Yeah.
Like my favorite theme in Aladdin was Friend and Me because of all the trumpets and the horns, and it was literally like okay, he's a genie, so we have to make it sound magical, but he's also insane, so we're gonna like make it a jazz band.
So, yeah.
It's awesome. So Shamir Night, Shamir Desert, Arid Desert, Shamir Day, and the fact that the towns, they had towns
yeah,
spoke that you could
the
talk
towns
to
had their own
people.
music as well.
I know that they had they were just PNGs, and they, every now and then they had a different one for each character, but you could talk to them, and in the PS4 version, the Wii, because it was Nintendo, so the Wii was a little bit more tame.
Yeah,
but the PS4 version, you
I'm
can literally tell
well aware.
someone. When someone says, "Hey, you want to help make this carpet?" and they say, "No, I'm gonna shoot myself," you can literally say that. It's brilliant. So then, oh shit, I didn't know that Ryan was changing. Anyway, I'm rambling. Long story. When I go to the desert and I'm getting lost because for some reason the developers thought it would be fun to make me go a whole 2-minute path just to end in spikes,
Yeah.
I like the fact that there is a sexy ass saxophone playing in the background. It makes me want to keep going. It makes me realize, oh shoot, are there going to be pyramids here? It's the desert, it might be pyramids. I'm not playing Ken.
Are you sure? We were playing Street Fighter earlier.
No, I don't play Street Fighter.
Oh, well.
Oh no, I'm literally going to be sandwiching right now. Oh my god.
The only fighting game this man has ever played was Skullgirls.
Oh.
That's goated, but
yeah.
I don't even know what Ken does. He just kind of up smashes, right? Or up Bs. Yeah, there we go. Tatsu. No, that's not Tatsu. This is Tatsu. Ooh,
Actually, no, that was Tatsu.
Was it Tatsu?
Yeah, that was Tatsu.
I thought that was Shoryuken.
No. So, yeah, that's. Yeah, you got me confused now. Okay, but yeah,
but yeah, okay. The long story short, when you take someplace like China and you're literally running the day level in China.
Yeah, where you're running across the fucking dragon the entire
It's like you're running on the Great Wall.
Yeah, oh my god, I love it. And then the little fireworks, the fact you can ride them as well. Oh my god, I just beautiful. I loved it.
And guess what the music had? The music went from just little I don't know what are they were not horns, but they were little electronic flutes, and then it goes into this this riveting fucking, it sounds futuristic. It sounds like you're in the menu of Sonic Mania,
Yeah.
Because it doesn't take itself, it takes itself seriously and not seriously at the same time. What I'm trying to say is the point that you made before was, oh, I like the fact that, oh, I'm in New York, it sounds like New York, that's cool and all, but it doesn't just do that, it also takes place in the stage. There's this whole part in Arid Desert where it says oh my god, I can't play Ken and do this at the same time. It plays the same 4 notes over and over again and faster to get that upbeat going, and you're like, okay, it's a day level, it's gonna be fast, I'm going fast, and then it slows down and it gets sexy. Why does it get sexy? I don't know. Maybe it's because, oh, now you're wall jumping. You're wall jumping on a pyramid.
Maybe you're belly dancing or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. The point is, the music isn't just, oh, you're in Egypt now. They tried so hard to make a distinction between night and day, but they didn't just say, oh, day's gonna be jazzy and night's gonna be, fun and techno.
They
said, okay, we're gonna take parts of the stages and also make it in the music, which I genuinely appreciate. And
I'm actually really glad you're saying that. Because fun fact about the very first Sonic adventure is that when they were making, do you know the Mystic? Do you know about Sonic Adventure 1?
Yes.
Yeah. So when they were making the Mystic Ruins hub world, they didn't just create that from scratch. They actually visited South America. They took a whole trip there, and they looked at a lot of the ancient temples and shit, and then they went back to their fucking studio and they built the shit. They are really good at taking what's there and sort of recreating it in a really beautiful way, or and reimagining it in a beautiful way. And I can 100% agree with you on that. I love what you're saying. I really do. I appreciate this conversation.
But to say that it's not up to par, you weren't even saying it was up to par. You just said it was mid. As if
that's just my opinion as as the music itself, right? It's not a hit against
He's not
like the
ditching it.
quality.
Yeah, he's
I'm not trying
just-
to go against the quality of the music. I'm trying like that is just like when I look at music, and this is like a personal thing. It's like how does it affect me, right? Like it's more for a personal thing in my opinion, right? Where it's like the reason why I can say that about like about Adventure 2 or not so much Adventure 1, but Adventure 2 so much with the soundtrack is because like as I said before, it feels a lot more creative. It feels like it's a lot more out of nowhere. It feels like for me it's a lot more inspiring. And I probably should have been a little more, I probably should have said that a little better when I first started talking. But as I said, usually when I talk about shit like this, I have to I have to organize my thoughts, or else I'm just gonna ramble on and just say a whole bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, I don't know how you're playing Smash and saying this at the same time. I literally can't.
I'm in the military. I can handle a little intensity, but.
Oh well,
yeah.
PhD, so yeah.
Maxim, you cook fucking beans, Maxim. He does it. He's what do you do?
Carpentry. Army Reserve. Carpentry
My
masonry.
friend just got stationed in South Korea.
Oh, nice. Sometimes like that's like people's first duty station. Sometimes like straight out of training, like you're going to South Korea. And it's like what?
Yeah, I know. He's fucking lucky because guess where he's going afterwards?
Oh man.
After a year, he's going to Fort Bragg.
Oh, okay. That's crazy.
Hate that.
Well, look,
Yeah,
as long as it's not Fort Hood or Fort Leonard, I think he'll be good.
Oh.
Fort Hood.
Fort
Yeah, they do you
Fort
dirty,
Hood,
man.
Texas. The place where soldiers just go missing like it's
I
a.
want to know what they do. Army bases. Anyway, if it's a matter of opinion, then that's fine. I thought
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
saying
it's not against equality because that would be insane. That would be insane for me to imply that Sonic Unleashed is not a game of quality. The only thing bad about Sonic Unleashed is the fucking gameplay. That's the only thing I can, and the thing with the werehog and the combat, right? That's the only real things that people really have problems with the game. That's why it has such a, as I said, it has such a fucking cult around it because people love it so much. Like there are so many people that love Sonic Unleashed and they're so open about it that Sonic community has like made a meme that the game is just bad in general, but it's it's not actually bad. It's just people hate that people are so passionate about it. That's more of what it is. They hate Thing because it's famous.
Yeah, they hate Thing because Thing is
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, if you're trying to say that the Sonic Unleashed music in general is less inspired than, per se, I don't know, Sonic Adventure 1 or Sonic Adventure 2. I mean, hell,
like,
even
Sonic
like
Colors,
06 maybe. It's
No,
I can
not
definitely
06.
understand that.
Not 06.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
God. But I was trying to throw you a bone just in case.
No,
But
I'm not that crazy.
I'm perfectly okay with that, just because if you're taking influence from real life places, especially if you're putting it in fucking Sonic, you're gonna have to. It's gonna be a little less uninspired. But I do appreciate how you were right. I do vibe with what you said before. You said you don't appreciate how good the soundtracks are until like halfway through.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but you have to listen to the second half of every music track, because if you don't, you're not gonna like hear the good part. Like all the sexy stuff happens afterwards. I don't know why they just decided to do that, as if we're not flipping through the menus as fast as possible. So it's
Oh, PT.
Oh yeah. Anyway, long story short, yeah, I agree. It can be less inspired because the it's a real life place, so it's like it's kind of less up to interpretation and more up to how you're going to present it in your game. And obviously, you can't go too far from the source material, or else like, am I in Spain or am I in
In a way, that does require a sort of I don't want to say it does require a artistic ability to be able to replicate something like that so well, and not even like you don't even have to tell me where the place is. I can just go in there and just feel where I am. Like that's another good thing about Unleashed. Like the second you're in New York, like it's New York. The second you're in Spagonia, like it's Spain. The second you're in the mud town, it's fucking Africa.
It's like somewhere in Africa. Detroit. You're in Detroit. Sonic just gets mugged. He gets all his rings taken as soon as he joins.
I wouldn't say all that. I mean, maybe he joins like a Congo mafia or something like that. But yeah, maybe.
Wow, can't have shit in Detroit.
But yeah, it's like that like it does require a certain amount of talent and mastery to be able to replicate something like that without actually saying it. And that's what I love about it. Because that as like an artist, that's sort of like what you want to do. That's sort of like the type of quality of work that you want to create, or quality of content.
I've been thinking a lot about this.
You can
growing up. I know, shocker.
I thought you played Terry.
I don't know. He has to put some inputs in.
Don't give him that.
Bro, you don't play fighting games. You don't know what it's like to miss input.
Yo, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I play Smash Online. I understand, alright? But no, I don't play fighting games. I'm not gonna pretend like I do. I'm not gonna pretend like Smash is a fighting game all of a sudden.
It somewhat is. It's just not a...
Smash is shenanigans.
Smash is Smash. It is a fighting game by association, because there's no other genre to put it with, but... In theory, like everything in this game is backwards compared to normal fighting games. But it's sort of interesting to learn it, and that's sort of
and
where.
It's funny because Sakurai loves traditional fighting games.
Yeah, he says he does. Oh, we don't want to show whether your opponent have LAN cables or not, because then people wouldn't play matches with people who don't. He was making excuses like that about why.
Yeah, what do you want? Free will?
We own you now. We gave you Banjo.
You got Nintendo Online, bitch. You're not safe.
$20 a year.
Or the fact that when the game first came out and there's like 80 plus characters you have to unlock, and imagine you're a tournament organizer and you have to have like 10 different setups. Have fun unlocking all those characters, because there's no cloud saves.
Oh, that's right. Oh god, I forgot about that. Nintendo, good company. Nintendo.
No, but see, like I'm sitting here thinking about this. Like, I used to give Sega a lot of shit because technically they were the losers in the console wars.
Yeah.
But I'm like, now that I grew up, like, now that I grew up, like, I'm all for Sega. Because hear me out.
Yeah.
I never had a Dreamcast, bro.
What's a Dreamcast?
But
yeah, like, what is that?
The best console ever made.
Is that like some type of medicine, like Dreamcast?
I'm not that young. Yeah, I can't. No.
Just know that the Dream console was the Dreamcast was basically the Dream console. It was the console that was ahead of its time.
Unfortunately, Sega is... You see, that's the thing. It's like, Sega isn't bad artistically. They just have really bad management. They make really terrible decisions about things. And that's sort of why a lot of things end up like crap. Or they don't get, renewed. Like, Jet Set Radio not having a third game should be a sin.
Oh my god, I love that soundtrack. I never played the game.
Oh man. It is so unique. Like, it is like Plunderphonics just as like a genre. It's just been, oh man, it is beautiful. I love it. And then
Zach, you don't know how to do it. Stop.
You look at Sonic now. You wonder why Sega's making so much bank, but Sonic scene, like every Sonic game just feels cheap. Like every modern Sonic game just feels cheap.
Yeah.
Bad management.
It does.
They're like, okay, Yakuza's gonna be the new Sonic now, so they're putting all their money and all their bets into Yakuza right now, and they sort of just sidelined Sonic. So now Sonic only gets cheap games every once in a while. That's it. And you know, like Sega the other day, they said like there was news that came out that they asked 650 of their employees to fucking quit. Like that is like like something is wrong with that company. Everything that they do is just really weird.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Nistro here. I just wanted to remind you guys two things. Well, one's a reminder, the other one's something that I think you would be interested in. So the reminder is that this is a clip from one of Cookie Crip's streams. He does stream every Wednesday, Friday. Now he does it in the evenings because, you know, evenings are just more convenient. And also, if you guys like the music of Sonic Unleashed, I would suggest you guys check out the Sonic Unleashed Finding Paradise concept album by Universal Will, aka Demigod Productions, because Demigod does actually explore the music of Sonic Unleashed even more, even deeper in his concept album. And it's still a work in progress. He is still making more content for it. He is still making more songs. It's not just him. It's like he has like a producer, and you know he's working with other people to make it. But he is, you know, the lead. Developer behind the album, so I would say really give it a shot. I'll leave a playlist in the description. One of the songs will be playing as I'm talking, but I've used Demigod Productions songs multiple times in videos before. I think he is really someone that is worth his salt, and I think you guys should definitely check it out. Until the next time, hope you guys enjoyed. This is your boy Sir Nisha, commander of the Robotnik unit, signing out.